Okay, so the Taurus PT140 Generation 2. It's been on the market a little bit. This is a 40 caliber. They also have the PT111 Generation 2. And I really like these little guns. Shot them for a little bit. The PT140 that you have right here in front of you is a little snappy in recoil. If you're recoil sensitive, you're not going to like it too much. You can shoot it very, very accurately and very fast, even with the snappy recoil. You just have to adjust your technique and get behind the gun, so to speak, a little bit. Get a little tough with it. It'll be just fine. You just have to readjust. You can't really go as easy as you can if it were 9mm. But the gun itself is about $250 is what I got this for. And it comes with one extra 10-round magazine. So you get the gun, two 10-round magazines. All you have to do is just buy ammo and buy a holster, and you've got a piece ready for carry, conceal, and for home defense use. Another thing about this is for $250, you're also getting a gun with a rail on it. Some people like the rail, some people don't. I could take it or leave it, but the rail option is nice if you want to throw a little compact light on it. Use it for home defense, or even have a compact light for self-defense. A lot of people do that as well. Now, this is kind of a step up from the bottom step, is how I consider this gun. This is $250. This gun right here typically is about $150. So for just $100 more, you upgrade from this, an 8-shot 9mm, to a 10-shot 40 caliber, or a 12-shot 9mm if you got the PT111 version. So it's a definite upgrade. The ergonomics are a heck of a lot better. The fire control systems are a heck of a lot better. People can argue about Taurus, whether it's good or bad. Taurus does have issues, but so does High Point. So if we're just going to make that argument right now, High Point's got issues too. I think Taurus is doing a little bit better these days. They still have a lot of work to do to grow as a company. And I think if they keep headed the right direction, they work on just their quality control and their customer service, I think they'd turn out to be an excellent budget price firearms manufacturer. But in any case, only $100 more. You upgrade from this to this. A little bit more capability. The ergonomics is well thought out on this piece. This is your manual safety. It's not ambidextrous, but it's very positive on, positive off. Slide lock, slide release is here. Magazine release right here. With my hands are kind of like a cartoon. They're big, but they're kind of stubby. Fits this gun perfectly. I cannot actuate the mag release during recoil. I even tried to kind of do it intentionally, and it's just not happening, which is a good thing. I don't want to accidentally engage this. The trigger, kind of like Glock fanfare, which is common. The take-up on this gun, now, oh, by the way, this does not have a magazine safety, which is awesome. I hate magazine safeties. But the take-up on the gun, there's the sear. It's about 2 pounds of pressure and a decent amount of travel. Gets you to the sear. Trigger breaks right around 6-ish pounds. The reset, I do like the reset on this gun. Very nice reset. Not as tactile and positive as a Glock, but it is better than the Smith & Wesson M&Ps that I've shot. Granted, the M&P series, from what I understand, they just recently improved their trigger, but the guns that I've had, the reset's not as good as this. So this Taurus does beat out the M&P as far as trigger reset. Takedown, just like a Glock. You see right here and right here, takedown pins. All you have to do is make sure it's empty. Slide goes back a little bit. Just like a Glock. Okay? So if you can shoot a Glock, you can shoot this. The plastic sights on here I do not like. I'm not a fan of plastic sights from the factory. I would still purchase this even if they added just a little bit of cost on it to at least put iron sights. Good profile iron sights. I hate snag-free crap. I hate it. I don't think there's a use for it. Not on a gun like this. If you want to have an adjustable rear sight, that's fine. But make it metal. Make it something where you got a little bit more of a profile here, so that way to do a one-handed drill, you can run this gun pretty good. Or use this gun pretty good. Sorry. Use a little Magpul terminology there. It's not running a gun, it's using a gun. I sometimes have an issue with that. But anyway, external extractor, you can see right here. On top here, this is, you can see, that is chamber loaded indicator. Tactile, it's on the top. I like to do press checks, and I always treat my gun as it's loaded anyway, so take it or leave it. But it's a neat little feature if you want to run your finger up and go, yep, there's something in the chamber. In a dark room, you can do so. The profile of the gun itself, I like. I like the design. It's a sharp looking little gun. They did a good job redesigning the PT111 from the prior generations, which the prior generations, they worked, but they kind of looked funny to me. It's kind of one of those guns that it just doesn't look pretty. It's just very utilitarian. Just take it and shoot it. This actually looks kind of cool, which, let's face it, you're spending a lot of money on a gun. There's nothing wrong with buying something that looks a little cool. People, for some reason, are so scared to admit that. They always want to say, no, all my guns are practical. They're just practical. I don't buy it because it's cool. I'm not a mall ninja. You know what? I buy some of my guns because they look freaking cool, okay? Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. So anyway, the ergonomics are good. Everything's good. As far as just the handling of the gun, it is a little bit recoil sensitive. Accuracy is about what you expect out of a subcompact 40 caliber. Very, very workable. I'm going to do some more accuracy testing with this, maybe with some different loads. So more to speak on that later. But overall, for $250, I'm pleased. This gun has worked pretty good. Granted, with Taurus, your mileage may vary. Taurus does have a track record. They tend to put out lemons sometimes, so I have to say that. The Tauruses I've personally had experience with have worked out pretty good, but it would be unfair of me to say, yeah, Taurus is an excellent manufacturer. There's a lot of people out there that's had bad experiences with Taurus. So take that into consideration. I want you guys to have a good educated opinion before you spend your money on this thing. There are other options out there. This isn't the only option, but it is an option. So do your research, go out there. You know, you can watch this video and then watch other guys' videos and just kind of compare and make up your own decision. Go out and handle one of these. If you can shoot one before you buy, I certainly recommend you do that. Again, the gun's very comfortable. It lends itself to very easy carry on the person. It's just one of the things you got to watch out for. The PT140, because it's very light and a small package, it's going to be pretty snappy. The 40 cal tends to be snappy out of a light gun like this. The other choices in this price range, typically like a Kel-Tec P11, Kel-Tec PF9, which this thing beats the heck out of. I'm not a fan of Kel-Tec at all. The P11s were okay. I just can't stand the trigger, that long trigger squeeze. The PF9, the one that I had, just totally was crap. I've thought about getting another PF9 to give it a second chance because I think the gun has potential. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's worth spending $250 on a PF9, which I've already spent $250 on something like this. Is so much better. So in any case, your mileage may vary. I know I've said that before in this video, so I'll stop saying it right now. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm getting kind of wordy here. I don't want to get too long in this video. Try and do some more shooting videos with this as I have time. I'm kind of busy in my work schedule lately, but I'll do what I can. And if you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, or whatever your experiences are, good or bad, with this particular gun. Leave it, because it takes all kinds. I want to have everybody put in their input because people deserve to see that. It would be unfair just to show people, oh, these are the good reviews, but we can't show you any bad reviews because that never happens. That's just not the truth. So in any case, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you guys are staying safe out there.